Da, 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 da.
Hello there, hello, cheers, welcome to another Gindiana Bones videogram, gramophone, yeah. Today I've been asked to talk to you about love and archaeology, also known as frolicking in the field, what? Yes. Anyway, I wanted to get a balanced view on this particular topic, so I thought I'd approach the women of Archaeosoup Towers to see what they thought. And, well, the only person I could really find, it was Helga, the head of all wisdom. Here's what she had to say.
Me? Well, I just like a man with a good body. Oh, something nice to get hold of in those winter nights. Lovely.
Yes. Although possibly, Helga, that's because you have no body in the first place. Too soon, maybe? Well, I mean, my own experiences, I'm not entirely ignorant of the play of romance out in the field. For example, I remember exploring parts of Egypt with Lady Charlotte Crumbley. She was wonderful. We camped outside Abu Simbel, under the stars, lovely campfire roaring. She brought the Turkish delight and I brought the gin, eh? Yes, that was a good evening, definitely. And, you know, in romances in archaeology, they have their ups and their downs, their positives and their negative sides. For example, the positives include, being able to share a fine wine or a gin or a beer or a cup of tea with your loved one over the campfire. There is the presence of a campfire. Often archaeologists are, in fact, camping very close to the place where they're doing their excavation. Sharing a trench or sharing an excavation together. If you and the person who you adore is next to you as you uncover your very first skeleton, or I don't know, an intact piece of pottery, that kind of thing, that could be terribly romantic, absolutely. Yeah. And there's the beautiful locations. Often archaeology takes place in wonderful places. So you get to share those wonderful places with the person of your dreams. Isn't that wonderful? And there's also the infamous chatterblind, where you go, hey baby, have you seen my intact context over there? What do you think of that, eh? You know, that's bound to get people going, isn't it? No? Maybe not, I don't know. Now yes, there's not all positives though, there are negatives. For example, there is sharing a trench with your loved one. I mean, if you happen to excavate in a slightly different way to the person who you adore, for example, maybe you like the ballast and the bulk sort of head of the trench, the sides, as it were, to be nice and straight, then and they come along and they just sort of all higgledy-piggledy, bits sticking out here and there. That could lead to massive rage, and either you or they will be chasing the other one around the excavation site with a mattock in hand, ready to commit blooming murder. That's not very good. No. With isolation, you know, the fact that you can't, for example, just pop down to the shop often and get, for example, I don't know, a Valentine's Day card, which may well expose you as being a person who doesn't think ahead and therefore possibly thoughtless. And who knows what that might lead to. I mean, this could happen. Yes. Of course, there are tent issues as well. Often you'll find yourself, for example, camping on a location which isn't actually a campsite. There'll be no toilet on site. And I know of couples where, unfortunately, one of them had to make use of a water bottle in the middle of the night because it's been raining outside and they didn't want to, leave themselves in the wet and the rain. And the next morning they wake up to this sort of amber-coloured nectar in a bottle in the porch. That's not very good, is it? That's entirely unromantic and, frankly, kind of disgusting. And, well, that could lead to this. And then, finally, there's taking credit for your loved one's finds. I mean, just imagine the barefaced cheek. If you went and found, I don't know, a lost city, and then your loved one goes home and tries to claim that they found it themselves. I mean, of course, also, they might cheat on you with someone else. You go and find someone else to frolic with on the site. But probably worse than that is taking credit for your discoveries. Now that rather, could lead to this. So yes, love and romance and archaeology, they're strange bedfellows. Though I'm being exaggerating, I'm being exaggerative. I'm exaggerating the point. It's not all bad. It's actually really rather nice, usually. So long as you can, not do the whole I need you, I want you, I must have you, you are, I will die without you thing, and not get overly, clingy, then that's usually okay. Also, obviously, you get to know your loved one very well if you're out in the field with them. You barely wash when you're there, often, I mean, if you're out, really in the middle of nowhere. So you're bound to get to know each other rather well. So it's a good test of your relationship, as it were, certainly. So what about you? What about you? Yes, you. Do you have any particular thoughts or feelings about feelings in archaeology, about love and this kind of thing? In fact, actually, I'm aware that on for example, the Facebook page this morning, someone suggested that it's also worthwhile thinking about love and romance in the museum setting as well. They were going to write a small book called Dust and Lust, apparently. Oh, I love it, I love it. So yes, by no means do I think I've covered the whole issue here, but there are pitfalls and perils. There are also wonderful delights to be discovered with your loved one in archaeology. So I say tread carefully. But also, feel free to comment if you have any interesting stories to share. They'll obviously keep them clean, and don't mention names if it's embarrassing and all that kind of thing. Right, I'm almost out of gin. I'm going to go and refilm. Until next time, fellows and fellowettes, cheers. Oh no, sorry, cheers. No gin, you see. Bye.